Where did we get the idea for artillery? It's a good question. I don't know. I just like thought of it one time and I decided we should implement it. So we did. And it turned out to be a lot of fun. So we, made it better.
You want me to get you more water?
Sure, I guess. Thanks. I also recommend trying the bayonets out. They're pretty fun. And the slings are an interesting upgrade too. They allow you to switch to your other weapons quicker. Although there's no visual representation of the sling on your weapon yet. There will be. When is it possible to host a DOI server? That's a good question. We'll look into that.
Here you go.
Thank you, sir.
Right there. Careful with that. I'm coming in, excuse me. Okay. Yeah. All right. This should be somewhere else.
208 keys left.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. Good. 207.
How much should we talk about that?
It's okay. We're laughing because some of the questions are stuff that we've already said, which is fine. Like, I know we know people arrive late. That's fine, but it's just funny. Remember that you can always, this live stream is saved, so you can. Will this code work for the released game, or we have to buy it? You will have to buy it. This is just for the closed alpha.
Yeah, we want to make that very clear.
Yeah.
This does not get you a key to the full game or the early access release.
Correct.
This just gives you a key for the next couple, I'm not going to say how long.
Good one.
For the next foreseeable future until the game ships in early access, you guys could play the game for everybody else and let us know what you think. Let us know when shit's broken. That's good to know.
Yes.
Yeah, and let us know if you have ideas, ways to improve the game.
Yeah, this is an alpha, and the feedback's important. Break the maps, do everything.
Yeah.
And let us know.
Yep, exactly. It's not 3 weeks, by the way.
Yeah.
It's not 3 weeks.
It's not 3 weeks.
It is sometime in July.
Sometime in July is the plan.
Sometime in July. And you'll probably find out before the actual day. Like, we're not just going to drop the game and be like, bam, it's out.
Boom!
No, it's probably not going to happen. It'll be, we'll announce like a week ahead. We'll release the release trailer, which will be different than the reveal one, which was very cinematic. This will be a little bit more gameplay highlighting, and everything will be a little bit more fleshed out. Art-wise and environment-wise.
Gary Babir, another one of our community members who has created maps. When will we have access to the SDK, please?
When the early access launches. So next month, the SDK will be available with the game.
Another one of our developers, Takaza, Aaron, has just posted a link in the chat. Best place for closed alpha feedback is indeed on our forums, forums.newworldinteractive.com. Just go to the subsection, you'll see Dave Infamy's there, and post it there. Someone says, shit, email is slower than wired transactions these days. It's coming. That's a line in Dave Infamy, actually. When you call for artillery, the artillery guy answers you. He says, it's coming! Like, Hold on, I'm working on it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool actually. When you call an artillery, you can hear the guy on the radio on your buddy's backpack, like coming through the radio, like artillery, it's incoming, it's coming. And like if you call it in too soon before you can call it in again, they'll be like sorry man, like we can't send artillery.
Yeah.
It doesn't say man.
We
like,
can't.
It's all very time specific. You know?
He says like we're still loading our guns, and he's yelling, and you can hear in the background there's like shells slamming into the things, like oh god, and stuff like that. And best part, if the squad leader calls in an artillery, I need artillery on this, and then he gets shot and killed, then you hear over the radio like, sorry, could you repeat that? We didn't get all that, because he's dead.
That's awesome. Yeah, and the cool thing about the radio itself is it's like this communication beacon. Like if you have a radio and you have your VoIP on, you're transmitting, and that means that if somebody else is standing next to you and they're talking on VoIP too, it will actually go through your radio to other people who have radios and people standing around them too. So you can hear like all kinds of people, like communication going on through the radio, each radio.
We really wanted to sell the teamwork aspect, the communication aspect of it through that. There's also still local chat. Like we want to be clear about that too.
Yeah, but there's no like everybody has a radio like insurgency where everybody can talk to each other. Like we're trying to be more old school with the communication in this game and also by introducing new special communication features, which the radio truly is.
Artillery is faster than the emails. For some people, yes.
Yeah, I definitely think the artillery is like one of the main selling points. Of the
Yeah.
game. Yeah. I didn't like think it would be when we implemented
No, we were just kind of like, yeah, let's try it.
but it truly like does make all the gameplay in DOI like very distinct from other shooters. I think.
Let's actually give a quick breakdown. The way artillery works is, each team has 2 squad leaders usually, right? And the squad leader is the only guy who can call an artillery. But the only way he can call an artillery is if he has a subordinate right beside him who has the radio backpack on. Because the idea, the narrative, the simulation is he's using that guy's radio to call in the artillery wherever he's looking. Then, he hears confirmation, boom, 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 and it comes down. There's like a cooldown period, and then you can call an artillery again. Now, this is all still being balanced. Like, let us know if you think it feels fair. Like, oh, there's too much artillery, turn down the artillery. Oh, there's too little artillery, turn up the artillery or something,
Yeah, one thing, we've done a lot of testing with this so far, and we've actually found that it seems pretty balanced.
Yeah, it does.
Because, like, it doesn't get used all the time.
Right.
Like, it really does take a lot of coordination to get an artillery barrage to come in, because you have to be like teamed up with your buddy and like communicating and like follow me, like and like even in insurgency there's nothing like that forces people to be together in order to accomplish something that has a big impact on the overall game.
Right.
You know what I mean? So what we found is that like it doesn't happen too much, and what does happen, it's kind of awesome. It adds the atmosphere, and sometimes it could also be game changing. So it could turn the tide on, especially on a mode like Frontline, for instance. If you're being pushed back, and then you have a very strategic, well placed artillery, it could be the opportunity to push back forward and regain ground.
Exactly. I was playing on Reichswald a couple days ago on offensive, and it was at the last bunker that the Germans have, and they were holding it. There were only 5 of them. And I was me and my radio guy were just crawling up that hill, that muddy German hill in the fucking Second World War, and like they held off 8 waves of us. And I stood up and I saw him, and I was like, I'm calling artillery, I'm gonna blow them all away. And bam, I nicked one in the head, and I died. And because I died, the radio guy like can't do anything. It's important. It's imperative you have 2 people to do it. And you might think like, oh, it sounds too easy. Like people just spam it. And in our testing, we didn't really notice that. So it feels pretty good as it is. But like you guys will be the judge of that.
Yeah. Man, I just realized I'm really hungry.
I'm hungry too, dude. And I just ate all my snacks. Crap. And everything closes in the Netherlands at like, oh, it's 10:40. Oh, crap.
I'm sure we can find some food.
Yeah, we'll work something out.